Howdy. We are still in John chapter 1. We're on verse 18, but I want to remind you of verse 1 of chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the word was logos. Logos, first of all, to the Greeks would mean I'm saying something to you using words, but it was also a revelation about somebody. You watch them live and you see all their mannerisms and you see their hobbies and you see what they like to eat and you watch their behavior, and that's all a logos about them. It's all a description of them. That's also a logos. And so I want to remind you of that because of verse 18. John is saying no one has seen God at any time. In John chapter 4, God is spirit, is what Jesus said, even though God in the flesh was right there. God is spirit, okay? No one has seen God at any time, including Moses. God wouldn't even let Moses see his face. But the rest of the verse, the only begotten God, isn't that interesting? God in the flesh, the only begotten God, who is in the bosom of the Father, a love gift from God, has explained to him. That's logos. It's pretty well God is saying, okay, now in the Old Testament, I'm going to tell you and show you some stuff about myself. Okay? Here's a prophecy. Here's the fulfillment. Here's what I demand from Mount Sinai. Here's what I do if you don't obey me. Here's how powerful I am. I'm going to part the Red Sea. He's showing stuff about himself. But then he says, now if you want to really know what I'm like, here I come. Yeah. So the only begotten God, who is in the bosom of the Father, has explained him. The night before he was crucified, once again, we've talked about verse 6, now verse 9 of chapter 14 of John. Jesus said, whoever has seen me has seen the Father. That's how Jesus explained him. So in that day and time, if you want to know what God's like, follow Jesus around, because he's God in the flesh. He's the Logos. He's the fullest revelation of what God is like. God took on flesh and dwelt among us, and we watched him live. John said, we saw his glory. Peter said the same things. We were eyewitnesses to his majesty. They watched him live. And of course, the fullest declaration of it was they saw him after he rose from the dead. That's why Paul said in Romans chapter 1, he was declared to be the Son of God with power by the resurrection from the dead. You can't kill God. Have a great day.